So what do people on YouTube seem to like the most? Well, they like reaction videos, we've done that. They seem to like question and answer videos, we've done that. They seem to like videos on wrestling, we do that. Take sets, we do that. One thing we haven't done yet is the top 5 videos of things we cannot live without. So that's what's gonna happen today on True Stories Based on Fiction. And we're back. Okay, so as I said before the jump, we're going to do a video today of the top 5 things that I, Evan the third host, cannot live without. So we won't do all the hyperbole, we get right to the list. So first up on the list will be my Thermoflash water bottle. So this is really good because it keeps my water cold, because I like to say hydrated. If you listen to me on the podcast or on the YouTube channel, you may see me take swigs of water. So this is fairly new. I haven't had a chance to use it on the show yet, but this would be my first time. Let me get a little swig of water here. That's refreshing. What's cool about this one is, as I go for my daily walks, I used to bring a lot of water bottles. Well, I used to bring a water bottle with me each time. But as my walks become longer and longer, I found that the one water bottle isn't cutting it. And I'm done with that maybe a quarter into my walk, because I'm incorporating some jogging and some running into that process. But this guy can hold the equivalent of 2 water bottles. So that definitely helps me out and helps me stay hydrated. So it's something I definitely like and love. So the Thermoflash water bottle that keeps your water cold for at least 2 days. Really cold. All right, next on the list is my glasses. So I'm blind as a bat, as they say. I have my very powerful contacts in right now, but those I can live without. But if I ran out of contacts and didn't have these glasses, I can see. So this isn't a really fun one. This is just a medical condition, my near blindness. So with no contacts, I definitely need my prescription glasses, and the prescription is very strong. This size like -8, this one's like -10. So I'm blind without these or the aid of my contacts. So that's number 2. Number 3 on the list is my Google Home. I have at least 3 of these in my apartment as we speak. This is one I haven't even opened yet. I can't find it anywhere else to put one, but I keep getting free ones for whatever reason. Maybe the government wants to spy on me through Google. But these are cool because I can just say things like, hey Google, what's the weather in Cincinnati? And it tells me, it plays music for me. And then most importantly for me, it plays my podcast. Because before I became a YouTuber, I was an avid podcaster. And before I was a podcaster, I was an avid podcast listener. I think that was grammatically correct. But so due to that, I love this thing because I don't have to worry about buying an external speaker, having it connect to my phone via Bluetooth. I can just say, hey, Google, play this blah, blah, blah podcast, and it does it. Some people don't like the Google Homes or any of the voice assistants, but I love mine and love all 3 of mine. And the extra 2 that I have in my apartment that I haven't used yet. All right, another swig of water. What people don't realize is having to project your voice very clearly to do a podcast or a YouTube video is kind of very taxing on your vocal cords, and it kind of gets you out of breath more quickly than it normally would. So that's why I have to breathe in and out a lot more than normal and take more swigs of water. Maybe we'll edit this out. All right, number 4 are my Andes Tliner, well, slimline Tliner. So these, if you look closely, still have some of my hair in there. But this is very important for me because me being a bearded gentleman, and also me being a gentleman with not a lot of hair anyway, currently. So this guy allows me to get into the very detailed areas without having a huge Tliner blade. For people in the audience who may be black like myself, you know that the Andes Tliner is an essential tool in the hair cutting game. So now that I typically cut my own hair and grow my own beard, as you can see, it might not be the best. It may not be the most symmetrical, but hey, I did it with my own hands, so I'm proud of myself. So in order to keep my beard and my hair looking nice as it can, I use this Andes Slimline Pro Tliner. And like I said, what's cool about it is the fact that you put on a charger and it has great battery life. I did what's called a 0 gap, which allows you to take the blade and put it, take the top part of the blade and line it up with the bottom cutting blade. That is all right. The top part of the blade and align it with the cutting blade. the top blade and line it with the cutting blade. We'll keep that last one. And it allows you to get a closer cut and a more precise cut. So I turn this bad boy on. We'll look in the mirror, obviously, line up my kind of line up here, do the beard, the mustache, all that, and this part here. And it's an essential tool. Much better than the standard T-liner because the blade is so much smaller and more precise. So you can really get to the crevices and get a very good angles. So it's something I definitely cannot live without. All right, number 5. Last but not least would be my iPad, and specifically with my iPad, because I'm sure you've all seen iPads before, but my Apple Pencil. And that is important because you may or may not know, but most of the artwork that you see on our covers of our episodes are done by me. And I do that on my iPad with the aid of a program called Procreate. And I use an Apple Pencil to do that. And that allows me to take everything from the very sketches to the inks, colors, renders, everything. I can do it all in that one program with the aid of this pencil and my iPad. The iPad is also good to read comics on, to read books on, and to do web searches and watch videos. So iPad is, with the aid of the Apple Pencil and the Procreate app, are essential to me. But all right, those were my top 5 things I cannot live without. Hopefully, Randy, you have a video coming your way with his top 5 things as well. But until then, we'll see you next time on True Stories Based on Fiction.